This is the homework help video for my on-level classes, periods 2, 3, 4 for Thursday, August 24th. The homework is 2-11 exploration. The first problem I'm going to do is number 2. It asks us to use a fraction model to compare each pair of fractions and then write a less than, greater than, or equal to inside the box. So we're going to talk about the fraction model in a minute, the fraction model that they give you, but let's just think about our number line for a second. If I'm talking about 1/2 and 3/8, those are both greater than 0 but less than 1. So let's put 0 on our number line and 1 on our number line. And another good benchmark number to put on there is right in the middle between 0 and 1 is 1/2. And that's one of the numbers we're considering anyway. So the question we really need to ask is 3/8 between 0 and 1/2 or less than 1/2 or greater than 1/2? So when you think about fractions, you have to think about it this way. The denominator tells you the size of the pieces, and the numerator tells you how many pieces you have. So if I had a pizza cut into 8 pieces, would 3 of those 8 pieces be less than half or more than half? It would clearly be less than half. So it's going to be to the left here, right around here, 3/8. So if 1/2 is here, it's to the right of 3/8, so it's greater than 3/8. 1/2 is greater than 3/8. Another way to look at it is, what would be, if we had a pizza and it was cut into 8 pieces, how many pieces would be half of the pizza? Well, 4 pieces would be half, because 4 is half of 8, so 4/8 equals 1/2. And if we're comparing it that way, the equation would look like this: 4/8 and 3/8. Which one is greater? Clearly 4/8 is greater. You have 4 pieces compared to 3, so greater than. Now let's look at the fraction model they gave us. Okay, we have 1/2 here, shaded in. And if we go down to the 8s, the pieces that are 1/8 size, they're smaller than the half size, but we have 3 of them. But then if you line it up, you see that that's less than 1/2. We would need 1 more eighth to equal 1/2. Okay, let's try a harder one, number 6. If we go back to our number line method, we think about 0, 1, and 1/2. We know that 3/8 is less than 1/2. We talked about that in the last problem. But 2/5 is also less than 1/2. So it's hard to tell, is it on the left side of 3/8, the right side of 3/8? It's hard to tell. So let's not use that model for this one. Let's use the fraction model that they give us with the fraction strips and see how that works out. Okay, we have 2/5, so I'm going to look at 2 pieces that are 1/5 large, that would be this much, and compare that to 3/8, 3 of these pieces, 3 of the 1/8 pieces. And if you line those up, you can see that 3/8 is a little less than 2/5, but it's really close. The problem with this fraction bar model is, if you were to draw it yourself, unless you were extremely accurate like they are here, it would be hard to tell, still hard to tell which one is less than or greater than. So the number line model is not working really well. This fraction bar model is not working really well. But if we make the pieces all the same size, then we can compare them. Then we have a basis for comparison. The way to do that is with a common denominator. We have 5ths here and 8ths here. You can always get a common denominator by multiplying those two together, so we can use 40ths as our common denominator. 2/5 equals how many 40ths? Well, to get from 5 to 40, I have to multiply by 8. 2 times 8 is 16. So we have 16 40ths on this side compared to 3/8. If we convert that to 40ths, this is times 5, so this needs to be times 5. So that's 15 40ths. So 16 40ths here and 15 40ths here. 16 40ths is greater than 15 40ths. So 2/5 is greater than 3/8. Okay, I hope that helped. Now look, it's been a long time since you did these, so if you're a little rusty and you're finding these kind of difficult, don't worry about it. Just do your best. We'll go over it in class as much as we can, and then remember, I tutor every night, so feel free to come in and we can work on it after school as well. And we're going to do lots more of this too. Okay? Hope that helped. Talk to you tomorrow.